Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the chairman, and
Potato Gamer.
bringing you another conviction review to see if this con was worth the hustle. So yeah, we just got back from Pax East 2020 in Boston, and you know what, Hobbs, what do you think about it?
I think it was alright.
What would you give it as a scaling on a 1 to 10?
I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Hobbs. I honestly personally gave it about an 8. Yes, Sony and a bunch of other people pulled out because of the coronavirus. The Boston mayor made himself look like a fool, trying to coax them back in. But, anywho, let's go over the normal points. So, for those who haven't been to Pax East before, Pax East tickets usually run about, what was it? I think it was... It was $220 for 4 days, $40 for Thursday, $50, $60, $50 again for Sunday. Which, you know, it's about New York Comic Con pricing, but let's be honest, Hobbs, what do you think? I think this feels a lot more fun than New York Comic Con, doesn't it?
In its own way, yes.
I mean,
more like the after parts, I guess.
even the afterparts, like the convention itself, is just such a more relaxed atmosphere.
It is more mellowed down, but I think it's mostly because it's focused singly on games instead of everything.
That could be it, but I mean, this feels like it's made for the fans, not for a consumer.
In a way, yes.
I mean, yeah, sure, you can promote the living hell out of everything, but still have get a lot of good stuff done, promote stuff like the Fuse stage. That was amazing, taking photos off that thing.
Ah, yes.
Hobbs, what was your favorite booth, by the way?
Ah, shit. I guess it'll be the Man-Eater booth.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Hobbs loves sharks, and he's going to be doing a video on that, hopefully, when the game comes out.
Yeah, right.
No,
before... Actually, kidding. Mr. Chairman, what's your shark tuna?
We're not going to get into that.
Ah, come on. People are going to do it once that game comes out.
By the way, it'd be a Mako shark, but we're not going to get into that.
Mako? Yeah, I picture
Well,
more of a bull.
Well,
No, like an actual
I can't say that word I want to
like
say.
Like an actual bull shark.
No, I was gonna try and make a pun off of that, but that wouldn't have excreted well. Anywho, yeah, we got to try a lot of cool stuff. Like we said, it was a lot more friendlier towards the fangoers. And you know what? We actually brings us to our next subject: Grand Theft accommodations. So the cool thing about PAX East this year, we got a hotel on the bus route, which took us about 10-15-minute ride.
I'm thinking 20 to be honest, right?
Depending on traffic. I was just saying,
Yes.
I was just trying to give it a cheap estimate. So yeah, 10-15-minute ride to the Hyatt Regency. Now, I will admit, it is a little pricey, but it's really kind of a good central point to go. Granted, it's $40 a night to park next to it, and they're really strict about that 24-hour thing. So, if you get in at 4 o'clock Thursday, you gotta leave by 4 o'clock Sunday if you don't want to get charged another 24 hours, which is bull. But I'm not gonna argue about that lady there. And we found out, apparently, by doing a quick Google search, they got a gosh darn pool somewhere in that place, and heavens be, I have no idea where it was this whole time. That makes me kind of mad. But the cool thing is, honestly, all the parties were within a 10-15 minute walk of our hotel. We did the Acer party down at the Grand. We did the Adult Swim after party, which we'll get into in a little bit later in the video. But yeah, I mean, it only took us 20 minutes to walk. Plus there's really off-put random dumpling shop that was open at midnight. We said to eat after.
On the weekends.
Yeah, well, it was since we don't eat meat on Wednesday, Fridays during Lent. We waited about 10 minutes just so we can have dumplings at about 12:15 at night in the morning. That was amazing. A little too much ginger though, but then we also had
ginger, but it was still good.
Yeah. Plus, we also had Cafe Nero around the corner, which is our go-to spot for breakfast during our trips to Boston. But yeah, all in all, it was not a bad hotel. You got plenty. You got a decent size room. We got a king's bed. Let me see if I can bring the picture back up that I had up earlier of it. Nope. Go Hops. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we got a king size bed, a couch, window that overlooked the city a bit. We got a mini fridge, a bath shower, nice TV. It was good amenities. I would recommend staying there if you don't get screwed over on the parking, because that little miscalculation annoyed me a little bit. But the shuttles were there promptly across the street, 30 minutes every day. One weird thing is you have to take 2 different elevators to go from parking to your hotel room, and they're on like opposite sides of each other, which is kind of weird. But hey, what can you do? Let's see.
Still, I got a freaking pool.
Oh, we can't really talk about that now because we weren't. Just something for us to consider next time we go to next year's PAX.
Yeah, we got to bring bathing suit with us.
Now let's talk about some of the indie some of the groups we did. Hobbs, you want to start off with the last one you did? The one you wanted to do the whole time?
What was it, Maneater?
No, the Magic Legends one.
I finally did get to do that.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about that game? From what I've been told, it was like a Diablo-style game.
Yes.
Set in the world of Magic the Gathering.
It plays exactly like Diablo. There's only one difference.
What's that?
One, in terms of from Diablo play styles, the difference is, what would be a good example, actually? Oh yeah, that's right. In Diablo, your character who uses stamina, magic, or ki, depending on the class, is replaced with randomization.
What do you mean
So
by
each
that?
time you use it one time, say if there's a spell that allows you to do a fire fist ace attack.
Just say fireball to make it easier.
A fireball, it changes to something else.
Oh.
Alright, Mr. Chairman, I'll be back.
Yeah. So basically, every time you use an ability, it kind of shuffles out into your ability pool. Kind of like playing the trading card game. That's actually an interesting concept. I'm going to keep my eye on that one later. I personally got to play Cyber Knights in the Kickstarter Lounge, which the Kickstarter Lounge had a cool, kind of weird, funky space vibe. But, so yeah, the game Cyber Knights is being kickstarted. It's nice. It's a XCOM style game with a nice cell shaded art style. It was easy for me to pick up, and I normally don't play those type of games. But one thing I noticed that was interesting is the fact that not only do you have limited resources for some of your abilities, like to cut the cameras, which I ended up screwing myself over while playing. You had 2 separate pools for actions and movement. You can actually use your action points to extend your movement points between your 3-man squad as you try to circumvent security and take down the evil criminal organization you're trying to infiltrate.
I'm back.
Hey there, Ops. I was just about to bring up Lonely Mountain.
Lonely who?
That bike game you were playing when in the Kickstarter Lounge.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Basically, if you want to go riding your bike around a mountain, do mountain biking without actually going outside, that's good.
From what I noticed, you kind of it's like actually riding a bike where it actually picks up going downhill pretty quickly.
In terms of what I heard about the game, or from what the developer said, you get to have different customization to your character and your bikes.
Yeah.
Roughly 6 customizations to your bikes.
Yep. And another cool.
And different environments.
All right, that's actually kind of nice. I've noticed that if you don't land properly, just like in real life, you're gonna splatter all over the place. Let's see. Oh, let's talk about Love Shore at the Mega Indie booth. That visual novel you're playing. Yeah, the visual novel. That was the one with the neon cyberpunk looking thing.
No, the dating sim game.
Yeah, the visual
know it was
novel.
a dating sim game.
It was a visual novel with dating sim elements.
No, it was a dating sim game.
It hops. Can you stop talking a second? I was talking to the guy while you were busy playing. So yeah, this is actually, if you're part of the LGBTQ, I do apologize. I don't want to mess.
What?
LGBTQT plus community. I'd highly recommend it. The game's about two cyborgs who were originally cellmates. They going as you play the game, you get to explore. They're trying to figure out life, dealing with the underground crimes, and how they became cyborgs. There's 25 different endings. Both main characters. Oh, I already said that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Supposedly it's a 4-hour game, but I mean, so 25 different endings. times 4. That's over like 80 hours worth of gameplay.
Yeah, that's how Steam games are.
It's a little bit longer than most, dude. But there's actually, just to give you a heads up for anyone who's looking at it later, this is 18 plus. So there will be violence, there will be nudity, and there will be true love.
Wow. Or
no, it's true love on the shores. If you want to give it a shot, there's a demo on itch.io, which we may put a link down below. It's actually pretty cool. I was talking to Dev. Like, what gave them the idea was they were hanging out one day and they decided we should make a visual novel that was more genre heavy and more of novelesque style, which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, they're from Brooklyn, believe it or not, Hops. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. What other indie games do we want to talk about? Let's talk about... Oh, you know what? I know which one we should talk about. Wintermoor Tactics Club.
Ah, yeah.
The Sega clone that you saw, Hops.
Ah, yes.
Played. So Wintermoor Tactics Clubs was... The original idea was... let's see. So the creators liked Final Fantasy, especially the Tactics series. So they decided, hey, what if we put that in a school setting? But not like a fantasy school, but like an after-school club. I mean, the three original characters haven't changed much since their original conception of the idea.
That's true.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool tactical-looking game. It's grid-based. They said it's going to take about 15 hours to beat. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, the art style is pretty nice. It's kind of like they got inspiration from Into the Breach, which is a game we didn't play, but what they told me, you can see all the attacks, you can recruit new allies, you can see what the enemies can do, what you can do, and there's actually some interesting characters like Rogi has the ability to move not just himself but other players in the field, so it was kind of interesting seeing a character that bases himself on throwing people around.
Yeah, that's true.
Supposedly that's coming out spring 2020, so that's coming up soon, Hops, so we might have to do another one on that. And everything's been hand-drawn, and from what I've been told, it's supposed to be decently priced. Let's see. I already mentioned the Sega. And then the one demo I hated the most.
Which was?
Only because it took forever to play.
What?
Spirit Fair.
The co-op one we did?
The co-op one we did. So that's a big thing. Spirit Fair was, it's a very whimsical game about playing as the ferryman on the river Styx.
That was a girl.
Well, no, the term's ferryman.
Oh.
But yeah, basically you play as the ferryman for these spirits, and the co-op mode you play as the ferryman's cat, named Scout. Scout's a pretty cool character, I'll admit that. I like the art style. So the basic plot of the game is you have to help get these spirits to cross over into the next life. It handled pretty well. It's a nice platformer-esque game. There's also that kind of dating sim element where you have to make sure everyone's fed, or not, resource management game. Sure everybody's fed, you order the crops, which that co-op mode definitely came in handy. While Hobbs was fishing, I was going over to take care of the corn.
Yep.
Let's see. Another thing I thought was cool.
To catch a freaking shrimp.
Yeah, but I thought it was cool the fact that in order to get currency, you gotta get struck by lightning.
Seriously?
You don't remember that lightning minigame? That's how we got the money.
Duh, that's how you got cash in the game?
Yep. Let's see, another cool indie game was that when you were taking care of something else, Hops. It's called VR Robo Football. Basically, it's a virtual reality football game where you play as the quarterback. It's kind of cool to watch that happening, where you can do you set up your plays, you watch your robot team go around, you try to execute it before you get sacked. I liked it. You can make your own playbooks. It's actually available right now on the Oculus, and believe it or not, on the PS4 version, you actually have a local verse mode in that game.
Really?
While one person plays in the VR headset, the other person plays the defense trying to nail him. And let's see, is there any? That's pretty much all the games we can really mention. Although I did pick up Haunt, an NES game for the Switch. It was the Haunted Halloween 1986 the Valley of Dead Possum. I thought it was I thought I liked it. We also got the play Soda Cap collection, and Hops actually got one of the new games, Pupper Park, in there. And I bought one of the season clip hacks. It was actually pretty cool. That's another thing I like about PAX East. Some of these indie games, they actually sell you the game at a good price, even to get people to try it out. I mean, I think the one you liked the most, Hops, was it the go-kart one, or was it the Cuppy Hockey?
Probably the hockey.
Yeah, we actually went out and bought the hockey one where he plays like a duck and capybaras.
Oh, actually, you can play as a snake too and an elephant.
What? All right, we're gonna have to do that later with TT. Let's see. Before I forget, I gotta give a shout out to a couple people before we end this video. I mean, we got lucky with tickets from the Pass Exchange Reddit. That was pretty cool. Paid like $170, but I saw people getting tickets for like $100. So, I also want to give a shout out to Zhang. And let me get his Discord name correctly. Let's see, Zhang. Where did he put his thing? Semi-QWERTY. Lord Baywoke. Money Inf. And Jason, and all the other cool guys we met we hang out with at the after parties this year. I mean, the Acer party was okay. I mean, we were in the Royale, crowded. Everyone was crowded in the spot, and drinks were like $15 a pop. Oof.
Yeah, that's how it is.
No, I mean the other place was only like $13 for a shot of expensive liquor at the Adult Swim after party.
Well, that was an actual bar.
They were both bars, dude. But yeah, I even got on stage to play CS:GO with a couple boys. Sorry, guys.
Within a second, didn't you?
It took 30. But it was actually kind. I actually enjoyed the adult. Speaking of the Adult Swim after party, there are two things to sum up the party: the free hole, and I dubbed this guy the lifeguard of Adult Swim, party lifeguard. That dude was running around with the Adult Swim flag that he got worn as a cape.
Yes.
But you know, I mean, Adult Swim was only sorry, I guess I'm drunk again. It was only like $5 to get in, and you know what? The atmosphere was great. I mean, it's got that. It was themed after the Samurai Jack, the new game they just announced. They had throw pillows everywhere, which we happened to. People stole our pillow while we're laying there, but I got my own. And yeah, it was nice. They had good music. They had good food there for hors d'oeuvres anyway, and they didn't bother people, but keep going through grabbing more stuff from the free hole. I actually did like the fact we did get limited edition Samurai Jack T-shirts, and the Russian doll Samurai Jack collection as a swag bag for the event.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also some awesome cosplayers there too, like Raging Cosplay. So many things. But I do want to emphasize one thing though, guys. If it's important to work with the community and create a community for conventions, because you know what, I'm lucky I got Hops, but not everybody else is lucky enough to have somebody to go to all their conventions with. Also have someone to pay from, but
Excuse me?
Nothing Hops. But yeah, we might have a few surprises down the road.
The load.
Baloo. I said Baloo. Ooby-doo, boo-ba-doo. Anyways, yeah. It's important to have that sense of community, because literally with the Discord I was on for PAX East Squad Up, we got people setting up dinner plans with strangers. Setting up, seeing who's going to which party, what swag was where. And everybody got to meet new friends and had some awesome times. I'll have to say this. I am considering setting up two for conventions towards the end of next year. But we'll talk about that more later. But yeah, PAX East 2020. You know what? Like I said before, PAX East is a convention worth going to if it's easily accessible for you. Personally, I drove about 4 to 5 hours to get there in a single shot, pretty much both times around. And I have to say, I would totally do it again next year. But just keep in mind to always be cleanly, even if there's no viruses going around. I mean, it was great to see the staff working hard to clean up everything, but still, be tidy, folks. Also forgot, you know what? I forgot to give a shout out to Heidi, the security guard. She was that young lady that was really nice. I mean, that she was like a prime example of like just how chillaxed the people that work at the convention is. They talk with you. They'll be polite to you. They're not gonna just knock you about. A lot of them are pretty cool and chillaxed. And let's see. Let me check my last bit of notes. See if there's anything else I forgot. Oh yeah, there was one other thing, Hops, I forgot to mention.
What?
Remember where we got the water bottle and the flashlight?
50-50.
Rainaway. Basically, they're trying to. It's an app that can let you play PC games on. Well, almost everywhere, even smart TVs. So I thought that was pretty cool. You got to see it in action a bit. It was not bad. I would not mind to be able to play Gary's Mod on the TV upstairs. And have it all hooked up with a controller or a mouse and everything. But then again, even if we're at a convention, being able to get that to work, to be able to play Super Slime Arena with a bunch of con-goers, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
I guess in a way.
Alright. Well, don't forget, folks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're wondering about news about the What If Goku landed at Planet M2 Part 2, Hops, you want to give them a little something about that?
I don't want to say anything. It feels like it'd be spoiling.
Yeah, it's yes, folks out there should like it more, right?
Oh yeah. If you want to see a trailer for it,
we need 50 likes.
Right, and to get the actual video, you must get 100.
Or until we get bored and decide to finally do it after doing some other What If videos we have down the line.
No. For that one, for this one for M2, it's got to be 100. Here's a reason. Because I'd like to have 100% of people involved.
Spirit Bomb.
But until then, we'll make other different What Ifs, and we'll do similar ones with those.
But yeah, so stay tuned, ladies and gents. And you know what? We're going to have actually a giveaway. We're going to pick 2 random comments from this video. We're going to give away a copy of Dungeon Crawlers and Misfits, another cool game we played at PAX. So if you want, you got to make sure to like the video. Don't forget to share it, subscribe, or comment down below to get some of these awesome prizes. We're also going to do the same giveaway on our Instagram. If you haven't been on our Instagram, you can see what we do at the conventions. Maybe 30 minutes to an hour behind, or whenever I feel like uploading during the convention, depending on the Wi-Fi. And some other weird stuff we do outside of conventions and our gaming memorabilia.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Anything else you want to add before we leave, Hops?
Nah, I think I'm pretty dandy.
Alright, see you guys next time. Now can do the thing?
What? Oh, like, share, and subscribe.
No, not that one.
What? Alright. Bye.
There it is.